Pick up on a Monday, dust on the dash, long week ahead. Scrolling through the noise, man, every voice inside my head. Then I hit that little thumbnail, that worn out logo that I know. Soon as that thing kicks in, I feel the static let go. Hashtag true, say it how you said at the kitchen table. Hashtag true, bend but honest, tough and stable. Laugh a little, cry a little, call it like you see it in the blues. Turn it up loud, let it shake that roof. Hashtag.
I'm sorry, I was getting into my new intro there, man. Country rock. I don't know if you like country rock, sir, but we are here with Mr. Tommy Okami, the enchanting one. How you doing, sir?
I'm very good, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Bro, I've been wanting to have you on for quite a while. We were talking before the show. You've been in a lot of pictures brought up, and people have talked about you, but I don't think you've been on the show live. So I'm happy to have you on here, man. We're going to start with some softball questions right off the bat, man. Like, how'd you get into business, brother? How'd you get in this crazy thing we call wrestling?
I mean, I've always wanted to do it. Like, I've been watching it since I was 8 years old, but I never really truly considered it until I started doing sports, and I realized, hey, maybe I could actually give this a try. So I promised my mom I'd get all my education out of the way. So once 2020 came and COVID kind of calmed down a little bit, that's when I officially started training. I moved over to Greensboro, and here we are now.
There you go, man. So who do you give credit as being one of your first trainers, man? I know you never stopped training. There's probably a million people who've taught you this and that. But who was the first person who stepped up and said, hey, Tommy, come here, let me show you something?
I mean, I just did a little bit of research, and the first place that came up was Firestar Pro Wrestling. Okay. And in my opinion, it is one of the better training schools around. So it was honestly just luck that I happened to choose that place. So, you know, LeBron Cozone and Scrapyard Dog, before he had passed, they were the ones who were really teaching me the foundation of, you know, everything that I learned. Ever since then, I've, you know, trained a little bit at different places, right. Evolution Training School while it was a thing. And I just try to pick up from whatever schools around closest.
I'm pretty sure also when you get to, like, you know, shows early and stuff like that, and you're hanging around folks that have been in the business for 10, 12, 15 years, I'm pretty sure, you know, they watch you do a little bit of running the ropes and have a few things to say. So, you know, you never stop training. And that's one thing that I've seen you live in many places. I've seen you at EPW. I have seen you. It wasn't EPW at the time, but I saw you at, you know, EPW, HWA, and a few other places. But man, you really, man, I love the gimmick. Where'd you come up with the enchanted one?
Oh, you know, you gotta live what's true to you. You know, I'm not that much of a, I'm not a heartbreaker in real life. I'm more to myself. But you know, I take a lot of inspiration from Rick Rude, especially like I watched a lot of old videos of my granddad and my grandma, like the 80s, and that was really the character that spoke to me the most.
Okay, I got you. So you know, I asked you how long you've been in wrestling. How long have you? So you watched wrestling as a kid growing up, and at what point did you decide? You know, did you know, man, this is something that I really want to do? You know, was it, you said it was COVID or whatever, but, you know, during high school or growing up, did you ever go, man, that's something I really want to do?
I mean, like I said, I was always a fan, but especially I think after I started doing amateur wrestling in high school, and then I did a couple years of collegiate wrestling, that's when it went from me being a fan to realizing, hey, I think I might actually be able to do this. So then once I graduated in 2020, I had to wait for the lockdowns to end. And as soon as I was able to get on the road, I went straight to the first training school I could be able to find online.
There you go, man. I love that. We got Robert over here just firing up. He's the one guy that's going to ask a million questions, and I love it. He said Lafayette, Indiana in the building. What's going on, Scott? What's going on, Robert? He said he loves my new song. I appreciate it, man. I love a little country rock. What's the name of that song? And does the song is the song? Oh, that song is amazing. It was just something I made up on Samu or whatever you call that, where you can go and make your own songs, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not my creation, but it is mine. Tommy Okami, how are you tonight? Robert wants to know.
Yeah, what's up, Robert? I'm happy to be here. I hope we entertain you for the next 45 to an hour, however long we go.
Without a doubt. He wants to know, who was your favorite wrestler growing up? I didn't ask you that. That's a good question.
Oh, especially during like the TV, like before 2010 in that area. That's when I was really watching the most as a kid. And John Morrison was really my favorite. Like the way he moved, all the acrobatics, but he was still a strong guy, and he was, tall and big. I always thought that was a great combination. Like it was one thing to see the luchadors or like kind of smaller people flipping around like that, but to see a grown man that size doing the Starship Pain and all the flippy stuff, like
I am so happy to hear a wrestler come on here and say somebody other than the big huge like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. It's refreshing, dude, to hear you say somebody who, he was a great wrestler, no doubt, but he wasn't one of those spotlight guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you're giving him his props, man, because he was a great wrestler. And I loved his gear, man. He always had that shiny, black, and then he always had something shiny on it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever symbols or whatever he had on. He stuck out. He was a really good wrestler, bro.
He was a rock star, and I think what sold me was I always asked for the sunglasses growing up as a kid, the ones with the crosses on them. And I think he would have been the main guy at the company at the time. The problem is there were just so many other big dudes at the time. But for obviously his career is nothing to scoff about. I think he did really well for himself, enough for me to be like, that was my guy growing up.
No doubt at all. Tommy wants to know, what kind of music do you like? And of course, I know the follow-up question. What kind of music you listen to, brother?
If you look at my phone, it's a little bit of everything, but number one's probably R&B. I have a lot of, Usher and Chris Brown. I got a couple of, rock songs when I'm in the gym, but I'm a big R&B guy.
So that was going to be my question. Then I'll ask the second follow-up question that Robert always wants me to ask. But what's that song you listen to when you are in the gym? What's that song that gets you, when you're there lifting, a new weight that you've never lifted before, and you need that energy, you need that hype? What's that song that you play off your MP3 player, man?
Oh, man. This is going to sound funny, but I'm being completely honest. The new Cardi B album, like, she's angry in it. That makes me, that gets me going.
Nothing wrong with Cardi B, man. Hey, she tells it like it is. I mean, I might offend people when I say this, but she's hood. She talks hood. She tells about the hood. That's just the way it is.
I'm not offended. That's what it is.
Nobody should be offended. That's exactly what it is. She tells it like it is, and I love it. And his follow-up question is always, do you like Tupac?
Tupac, of course, I have a couple songs in my playlist that I always got. I like the slow songs. Not necessarily I love that one. Not necessarily the big the rap battle things against Biggie, not the diss songs, but I really like when he gets sensitive.
I got you, man. I got you. I love all of it, man. I grew up in a house where all the musics were played, man. Country, rock, gospel, rap, R&B. I mean, you name it, it was played in our house. So I like all of it. And when they ask me, I would never be able to say one certain music. So that's pretty cool, man. Robert said happy holidays to me and happy holidays to you. Oh, there's Jimmy, my boy, saying stopping in to show some love. Thank you, Jimmy, man. I'm sitting here talking to Mr. Tommy Okami, the Enchanted One. Very popular in our area, man. We're going to get to some of the stuff he's doing here recently, but I want to catch up on it. We got a lot of folks talking to you, Tommy, as you can see, man. Roxy Watson, hey, Scott and Tommy, how you doing? Hey, Roxy.
Oh, I love Roxy.
I love her too. She's a great gal. Robert wants to know where you can find that song. You can find that song. If you're talking about my song, you can find my song on #Truth. That's it. I'll send it to you, brother. I'll send it to you. Send me your email, man, and I'll send it to you. Missy Childers said, "Merry Christmas, Tommy."
Oh, Merry Christmas right back to you, Missy.
Larissa said, "Hey, Tommy and Scott." We got the
Hi,
whole
Larissa.
family watching. Yay! How y'all doing? Lori Wolf said, "Hey, Roxy." She's here for Roxy. She don't even care about me or you, Tommy. We're just gonna sit back and no, I'm just kidding.
She can see me whenever she wants.
Oh, there you go. Oh, my boy Greg Russell, man, said, "How you doing, my brother?"
Hey.
Oh, Roxy said, "Hey, mama," to Lori Wolf. Okay. Cardi B. He doesn't like Cardi B, so
Maybe he's talking about her and not the music.
probably. Angela Wolf forgot to put whatever she wanted to put on there. But how you doing, Angela? Glad to see you. Brady said, just jumping on to say Merry Christmas. Thank you,
What's
Brady.
up, Brady?
Brady Hawks from Wasp Wrestling, man. I've got to get up there. Got to get up there in Tennessee and watch me some Wasp Wrestling, man.
I love
really
it, man. They make me feel at home, and I'm the new guy up there, and I feel like one of them already.
Missy wants to know, do you like the Backstreet Boys?
Man, I only know one song, and that's because of the movie This Is the End, where they all dance with him at the end of the movie.
There you go, man. Luke Childers is in the house. Said, "What's up, fellas?" I told you we had the whole family watching, man. It's great.
We're all watching in the same room on different devices.
Hey, it's all good, man. They're probably sitting in their living room watching it on the TV. I ain't gonna lie to you. Missy said, "Merry Christmas, Brady." They're all going back and forth in the chat like we ain't even here, brother. See, look, hey, Missy. All right, we're just gonna go back to talking to you, man, because you're the main event here.
Oh, thank you. No, I like bringing these people together. It's about them just as much.
It is without a doubt. Let's see who we got. We got one other person on here. Say, Dax O'Reilly said, "Hello, everyone. I hope everyone has a beautiful Christmas and blessed holiday." You too, Dax, man, without a doubt. So, how many places in this area? And I know, man, we got 14 people watching. It's growing and growing. So here we go. #Truth is back. So, what places have you wrestled in this area? And if I may put you on the spot, give me one that has personally become your favorite.
Oh, Brady Hawks was just on here. Look, it's not in the area technically, but
right.
It's only 2 hours away. And that's
if you could drive to it, it's in the area. So
yeah,
there you go.
It's a little bit of recency bias, but the past 6 months I've been wrestling at the Wasp have been some of the funnest times I've had wrestling. And that's not just because of the opponents they give me or anything like that. Like, those fans are real wrestling fans. Like, from top to bottom, they're there for every match. And, I'm lucky enough to be able to do it once a month for them. And I'm looking forward to doing it more.
Yes, Brady Hawks always has a great group of kids up there that wrestles, man. I've had plenty of them on the show. And they are, I even love their GM up there. Their GM up there is top notch, man. Without a doubt. Greg Russell wants to know, who is your toughest opponent that you've ever faced?
Ooh, toughest opponent. I've had a really tough battles in there. DeAndre Jackson from Evolution was a big one. Like, it was a different kind of match. Usually I'm bigger than my opponents. I'm a big guy, but I had to fight from the bottom in that match. But recently, I ran a trilogy with Blade Gibson, and my goodness, we push each other to the limits.
Blade, man, I'm telling you, Blade is one of them guys. He's going places, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's one of them guys that if you're following Blade, you better strap on and hold on, because he's gonna take you for a ride.
Yeah, all 3 times we went like more than 20 minutes every time. So in 3 months, we've wrestled an hour in that ring in front of those Wasp people.
I mean, he's one of the smaller guys, but don't get it twisted, man. He's a high flyer. He's a classical wrestler. He can ground and pound. Whatever it takes to win, he will go there.
I think that's why we work so well together, because we were great foils for each other. I'm the big unstoppable object, and he's the the agile one who's dancing around me and I can't get my hands on. So it was a great story to tell. And every time we wrestled, it was a little bit different. So I'm really proud of the work I did with him.
Robert wants to know, how many years have you been in the business?
Coming up on March next year, I think that will be 4 years because I graduated in March of 2022.
Yes.
I started training.
You are all over the place. You are all over the place on cards and on posters, man. You're for 4 years. Let me tell you, you are rising up the ranks, man. And that's coming from somebody who knows all the places around here and all the wrestlers, and that's why I wanted to have you on here, man. You are. And Jesse Coffey said the enchanted one, Tommy Okami.
That's right. There we go.
Jesse was asking about the show before the show was even put up on Facebook. That's how I know Jesse wanted to be here, because he was like, where do I find this? Where do I find this? And I made sure I made it easy for him. So I'm glad you're here, Jesse. Welcome to #Truth, my friend. Luke said, he just asked, what has been your toughest opponent? The same one we just asked. Luke, you're falling behind us, brother. Missy said, Tommy, who has been your favorite person to wrestle in 2025? There you go.
I mean, I just said I was most proud of the matches I put with Blade Gibson, but I'll throw in some more names in there for the interview. I've been doing a lot of good matches with Chance Ryder at EPW. I think we've wrestled 5 times just this year. And
didn't that come up? Didn't that come up as the EPW
United States Championship?
Didn't you guys win an award for like Feud of the Year or something there?
2025, I won Superstar of the Year and Feud of the Year against Chance Ryder. Yeah, it was 5 matches in total. When we got that award, it was 3 matches by then. And if I can show the footage to you one day, like, it was, fiery.
I would love to see that, man. I would without. Oh, Mama Hester's in the house. How you doing, Mama Hester? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And Missy said, yes, Mountain City, Tennessee is truly wrestling fans. That's wrestling country up there, man. That's like I said, there's a lot of good kids wrestling up there, man. They know what they're doing up there.
I've only seen Wasp so far, but I'm trying to get further into Tennessee, so I'm certain it won't disappoint me.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it won't, man. One day you're gonna have to. I know you're over here on the east side because it's the easiest. But one of these days you're gonna have to venture over to the west side of the state and go over there and chance a little bit of that Memphis wrestling, brother. That's when you're gonna get a real challenge. Not saying that East Tennessee isn't a challenge. Don't get me wrong. I don't want no hate mail. I'm just saying, go to Memphis, man. It's a mecca too, without a doubt. Dax wants to know, what is your dream match if it was in WWE or AEW?
I'd like to choose someone who's actually might be a realistic answer, like someone who I could maybe wrestle at a show now. I've always wanted to wrestle Mustafa Ali. I think it'd be a great pairing. Like, I always admired his in-ring style too, and his just the way he moves around. So that'd be a really fun one, and I think that could reasonably happen. Now, if I were to get in AEW, WWE, I'd have to give the big names, obviously, Roman, and then AEW side, Okada. I would love to wrestle Okada.
Wow. Okay. I like that answer. I like that without a doubt. Jesse wants to know, what is next for the Drip? You need the Evolution Heavyweight title. This guy's wanting you to go straight to the top of Wrestling Evolution, man.
Hey, I tell you what, this is my long-term goal because I've already won the Legacy Championship. And now I want to win the tag team, and I want to win the heavyweight at some point, because that will make me, if I can become the first ever Grand Slam champion at Evolution, no one will be able to take that away. It don't matter which one I get first.
I'm not looking at you like this. I'm looking at my comments because I missed something, I think. I'm trying to understand what Luke was. Luke said, outside the ring is what I meant. Who is your toughest opponent outside the ring?
Outside of the ring.
I don't understand the question. I don't. Luke, you're gonna have to write it in crayon for me, brother. I don't get it. Yeah, you know what you're saying. I don't, man. And it looks like Tommy's kind of confused too. I want to ask the question. Don't get me wrong. Tommy will be moving up somewhere soon as well. He has a great attitude, a great personality, and he's an excellent wrestler. Missy Childers says, I agree with all of that, man. I really do. How did you come up with the Enchanted one? How did that come up? Did somebody tell you, hey, you should do this? Or did you one day just think, man, maybe were you going through ideas? How did the Enchanted one? Because I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you right here before you even answer that question. You did a promo that's in my top 10 for 2025. Okay.
Oh, wow. Which one?
Without a doubt. And it's the promo where you open up the door and the pedals are all over the floor and they're leading you all the way. You know what I'm saying? That promo, dude, I sat there and went, yes, that's the Enchanted one. That's the character. That's it. He's going all in. I love it. So
the pedals, I'd have to I've shot so many. I try to do a promo for every single show I'm on. I'll miss a couple, but so I've shot.
You did one where you was in the jacuzzi tub. You did that one.
I've done a couple photos. I don't recall doing a whole promo.
It might have been a photo, but there was one where you was in a jacuzzi tub. You did a lot of them while you were lying in bed, which I thought was kind of confusing. Without so you should have like blinders with like hearts on it or something, like the sleeper thing with hearts on it or something. But I love that you're like grabbing the reins of this character and doing it, man. And not a lot of guys out there are doing that. And that's one big thing that and I'm saying this as a fan. So again, don't send hate mail. There's just, a lot of guys who just suit up and go out there and wrestle. There's no gimmick. It's just, here I am. I'm here to wrestle.
Yeah, that's not me.
Right?
Obviously, I try to take pride in my in-ring work and I try to improve every day I'm in that ring. But at the end of the day, I try to make it consumer friendly, I guess. I want people who don't know anything about wrestling. I have a lot of non-wrestling fan followers on my Instagram. I want to convince them who's never been to a show, hey, check my stuff out. Even if it's just, to see me. And then maybe they'll find other wrestlers at the show that they connect with. But yeah, for me, the character work is the most important.
I'm going to read this. Luke sent me a message, a DM, and I'm going to read it straight from his DM. So that way you can understand what he was asking. He said, what has been your biggest problem in starting wrestling and getting better each time?
Oh, it's a boring answer. I feel like this applies to everyone. But, just life in general. You only have 24 hours in the day. I got to work my day job just like anyone else. And when you combine that, I take my gym time serious, 2 hours at least when I'm lifting heavy, because you have to look the part. And then, you got to take some time out of the week to train. All of this costs money. I have to eat right. There's so many people out there who end up quitting this, not because they're not good enough or they don't have the toughness, but they stretch themselves way too thin. I'm very blessed that I have a good support system in my family.
I'm just going to be honest again. I'm talking as a fan. It's okay to go out and wrestle here, there, and everywhere. But me personally, as a fan, I like guys to stick around a company long enough, especially if they're going to give you a storyline, if they're going to give you a story, a feud to work with, man. So many times I've seen wrestlers, and I can understand it because this is how you make your living, but they'll be somewhere and they'll be right in the middle of a good feud and the payoff day is coming. We know that payoff match is coming, and all of a sudden another company 100 miles away offers them like $50 more and they're gone. And it's like, wow, we didn't get an ending. What happened? Or it's a year later when we've already forgot about it. Oh, here's the match everyone was waiting for. We done forgot about it.
Yeah, that's why I wish more promotions would work together. Like the ones that are far, the ones who are further apart, you can't do nothing about that. But I wish the promotions that were closer by would work with each other a little bit so we could, not run the same days. I would love to work plenty of promotions, but when some of them are running the same days, I can only do one. Exactly. I'd do all of them if I could.
Exactly. And if you have a strap over your shoulder, you're more warranted to go to that place than the other. I mean, it just makes sense.
That's what I've told. I've won championships from 6, 7 different promotions, and I tell them every time, especially during the brief period where I had 5 championships. Look, if you put a championship belt on me, give me your dates ahead of time, please, because if I have the championship and I'm not going to be able to be around to defend it, that shine could go to someone else. Like,
that's awesome. See, that's the way a lot of guys should be, but I don't want that to happen too much though, because then you're going to have belts being dropped all over the place.
Oh yeah, of course. It's okay for the miss like 1 or 2 shows, but especially if you're going to be the main champion, like you got to be around to defend it. So
no doubt. That's what we're paying our money to see is the heavyweight champions and the intercontinental champions and the heavyweight or the tag team champions. You know, and I'm not saying anything about the mid cards or anything like that. We're there. We want to see you come out and defend those titles, or we want to know who you're giving the opportunities to. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Robert wants to know, by chance, are you heel or babyface?
Whatever they're paying me to be.
I knew that was going to be the answer.
I'm a professional.
Mary said, Merry Christmas. How you doing, Mary? Welcome to Hashtag Truth. Welcome back to Hashtag Truth. Robert said, come on, brother, embrace the hate. I got to cheer the good guys and boo the bad guys. That's what a fan does. Most of them anyway. Dax said, I can see you, Tommy, being a tag team with Hook or MJF. Just saying. Okay. He's putting you up there with MJF, brother. I'll take it right there.
I was just at WrestleCade and I saw how long that guy's line was. So, because I was in the same room with my table, I will take that.
MJF is he's a heel rock in my opinion. You know how good he is on the mic.
His dedication too, like he does not, the way he sticks to the character. Like if I'm a professional, if they want me to be a heel, I'll be a heel. But when I'm at my table and there's kids around, that's when it's I struggle to do that. I'm more naturally, I'd love to be a baby face everywhere I go, but you got to do what you got to do to get paid. I hate being mean to the kids.
Lori said, yes, Jesse Coffee, Tommy should be next heavyweight champion there. There you go. You got people wanting. We're going to have to put this out there, man. We're going to have to send that over there and let them know over there. Dorothy said, I know, love it. I don't know what I'm so far behind. Whatever you love, thank you. Luke said, I texted you. I got that. We already got through that. Mr. Tommy, how did that butt kicking taste from Chooch? Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's referring to this last December show for Wasp.
Yeah, Nikki Chooch is he's ooh.
The only reason he beat me is because I took it easy on him. I had the special guest referee. I didn't think I'd have to do that much. But in all seriousness, I had a lot of fun wrestling with Nikki. Like we ran it back. It was November and December. Had a little program with him, and I've been friends with him for a while. But that was the first time we got to work in the ring against each other, and I'm nothing but happy about it.
Did you kiss the ring?
No, maybe the third match we might get some rings out, but maybe I'll get his ring and make him kiss it. We'll see.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Now that's hashtag truth right there. Misty said, what is your favorite Christmas goodie? That's a good question. Or Christmas time.
Ooh. Well, if we're going by this Christmas, I haven't opened up most of my gifts, but I had just received from a very special lady a full body pajama suit.
No. We're talking to eat goodies.
Oh, food.
Yeah, goodies.
My goodness. I thought you meant like
goodies. But pajamas are cool too, man.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So
It goes right with the enchanted one, man.
As far as not that the enchanting one eats sugar, but if I were to, I like the gingerbread cookies. Those are a good one.
Really? I have to admit, there's probably a million TikToks about them, man. I lean toward the Mrs. Debbie Christmas trees.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to try one of those, man.
wow.
They are just as addicting as the TikTokers make them sound. I'm just
That's
saying.
why I can't eat them.
That's it. That's it. Can you answer why you guys turned on Dante? Uh-oh, we're going to get deep here into the drip. Why'd you guys turn on Dante, and what is the plan for January 3rd in Shelby? Ooh.
I hate to say this, but I cannot answer that at this time. If you would like to find out more, I guess you'll have to come January 3rd.
Oh, well, that's a good answer. We don't like to not have questions answered, but I can understand why you did it.
As 1/4 of the drip, I can't, represent all of them at the same time. So, out of respect to the other 3 members, I will not answer.
So you can answer this though. Dante is Dante still part of the drip?
I don't know. It's hard to be a member after everyone laid him out like that, huh?
Okay, there you go. That's about as close of an answer as I'm going to get, I imagine. Oh my goodness, Matthew Collins. Oh, Sea Dog's in the house. He said, "Good evening and Merry Christmas Eve." So, who is on your Mount Rushmore wrestling? Give us your 4, man. Doesn't matter, indies or professional. Give us your 4.
Oh, this can be a boring answer, but I always go with the superstars in the draw. So Hogan, obviously, for the 80s. And then it's a coin flip between Rock and Austin. And then I would say Cena and Roman Reigns.
There you go, man. Can't go wrong with any of those 4, without a doubt, man. That's good. That is a good Mount Rushmore, man. Oh, here we go. My hands in the house.
If you want to know my personal Mount Rushmore based off my personal tastes,
okay,
because I try to, look at it from business standpoint, but from personal standpoint, I was always Team Macho Man.
Okay,
for the 80s, so I'd have to put him in.
Yeah, you can't think 80s without having Macho Man in some kind of list. There's no doubt.
I put Macho Man, Ric Flair for the personality and all the character work.
Right.
I'd have to put Roman Reigns. I think there's no other modern wrestler like him.
Oh man, come on! You got to put The Rock, at least for charisma. You got to put The Rock in there, man.
Oh yeah, The Rock would be my 4th one.
I mean, wrestling. You can argue with me all day long whether he is a good wrestler or not, but charisma, The Rock was, man. Come on now. There was no better man on the mic, or he was equal to a lot of those greats. I'll just say that.
And there's a reason he was the best at wrestling, and then he went to Hollywood, and he was the #1 star.
That's it.
Has he won like an Oscar or anything like that? Not yet, but people watch his movies.
But his movies are awesome, man. I could name like 5 off the top of my head that I watch all the time. Merry Christmas, Tommy from Philip Ham. Rayhan Intius.
Maybe he's on Tejas. Yeah, I messed up his name too. He made fun of me in one of his videos about it. But that was a tough opponent right there. His chops are probably the worst I've ever taken.
Rayhan? Okay.
Yeah, those feel like how they look.
Oh, Mary said that's not going to happen. Chooch will never kiss the ring. No, I was talking about him kissing Chooch's ring. That's what I was talking about. Because that Nikki Chooch is always, I'm going to make you kiss the ring. And you know what I'm saying.
Well, tell Mary that he might not have a choice.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, send that message back, Mary. That's what I'm saying. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Sea Dog Collins wants to know, we're in Christmas. What's your top 5 Christmas movies, man?
Oh, top 5. I might have to take a minute to answer, but Elf is my #1 for sure.
Okay.
I just sat and watched, right before this podcast, me and my family were watching Red One with The Rock. And that was, I don't think all the Christmas movies, like someone's done it before, right? But Red One, I can't think of anyone who's done that plot line where they got like Jack Santa and it's all CIA stuff. So that was pretty cool. That was original.
Violent Christmas or whatever. I think it's something like that where Santa has to save a family who's gotten kidnapped. You got to watch that one too. That one's kind of different. I think it's Violent something. I can't remember the full name of it, but yeah, it's that's kind of hard doing 5. So we'll let you go with 3. Missy Childers said, always wanting to talk about the ladies.
Well, there's so many of them, it's hard not to, you know. I was just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, Gully Guns is in the house. Team Brain, I love you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you guys don't know who that is, I play on the E-Feds where we act like we're wrestlers. I play a character called the Brain, so I appreciate that. Robert said he likes chocolate chip cookies. There you go. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Colin says, I have to share a video to you about the Little Debbie Christmas tree treats. Uh-oh. If it's a bad one, don't send it to me. I'm just saying. Don't do it. Still got some gingerbread Tommy ornaments left.
Yeah, so my sister will occasionally join me at my shows, and I got my merch table. She'll sell some of her stuff. Some of her stuff's related to me. Like the gingerbread Tommy ornaments are the ceramic ornaments that she's made in my image.
Right.
And sell them to fans who are friends of mine. And so this last show at EPW, or the one before that, I didn't sell anything that day. But you know who did sell all of her ornaments? She did.
Oh, wow. I think, you know what? I'm thinking back. You had to be on hashtag before, or the person that you went up against answered this question, because I asked this question to a person. Do you remember when we were out at See No Evil Wrestling and I was in a match right before you? I was managing a person walking out before you, and the match afterwards, somebody came out in your shirt, the wrestler you were wrestling, took it off in the middle of the ring, stomped it down, and then the fight began. Do you remember that match?
I remember it very well. That was the Love Machine Gary Strider.
There you go. I thought that was a cool way to start a match. I didn't like him stomping on your shirt, but I thought that was a cool way to get that match started, man. That was dope.
Between you and me, he already paid for the shirt. So what he does after that is not my concern.
I love this little bit behind the curtain. I could just see this happening. Hey, bro, I just bought this $25 shirt from you. I'm willing to stomp it. I know I'm fighting against you. How about this idea?
That's pretty much how it went. I'm like, hey, you paid for it. You go ahead and stomp to your delight. Go ahead and rip it in two if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, man. We got more over there if you got $25. There you go.
Yeah, I'll sell a replacement.
I love it. Missy said, wow, she's having a good time. Did you all lay Dante out evolution style? Yes, they did. And I saw a video of it. Yes, they did. But that's what you get when you're a leader and you run your mouth just a little bit too much. That's just my fan opinion.
A lot of responsibility.
Robert wants to know, do you remember Macho Man's rap album?
Oh, I've heard about it. I've never actually sat down and listened to it.
Oh, that's a good question, man. Matthew wants to know, when you get ready for your matches, do you ever watch tape to get ideas? Do you watch tape of your opponents before you go out there? That's a good question.
Of my opponents?
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially if I've never, gotten to wrestle them before.
Right.
As far as just generic videos that I'm looking through, a lot of my stuff is I'll look at Instagram reels, for example. A lot of the reels for spots and ideas. I'm not really one to sit and watch a whole 20-minute match unless I'm doing like a cardio day and I need something to watch to get me through it. I'm really the type who goes on Instagram and like hashtag wrestling and see what pops up. And, I did a Too Cold Scorpio spot from one of those reels where he's in a wrist lock and he's walking around the guy. and they get near the rope, and he'll grab with the opposite hand and flip over with the ropes. And I've been doing that occasionally. So I thought that was really cool.
I love that. You guys can see I'm squirming around in my chair. My back's getting a little tight. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hit this 30-second commercial real quick for one of my sponsors, and then we're going to come back and we're going to finish talking this out with Tommy Okami. We still got a ton of questions over here in the comments. Thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight. We're not ending the show. I'm just going to stand up and rest myself, and I don't want to do it on camera. It's just embarrassing what I have to do to stretch my back out. So we're going to hit this commercial real quick, and we will be back in just a minute. If I can find the commercial, how about that? Might not be able to find the commercial. Here we go. All right. Oh, I don't even have it loaded in. We'll just do this. We'll do a hashtag truth commercial. We'll be right back.
What is the podcast that brings you the best interviews from the world of independent pro wrestling?
You are watching Hashtag Truth.
Join Scott Larson as he goes into the personal lives of some of the hottest up-and-coming wrestlers, as well as managers, referees, and promoters. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Giving you something to invest in from the world of professional wrestling.
And that's the hashtag truth.
And that is the hashtag truth, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank Tommy Okami for showing up like he did. I had him scheduled for another day, and then I tried to get a hold of him and somebody else popped up. So he agreed to do tonight. So I really appreciate that, Tommy. I really do.
I'm glad it worked out the way it did, because then that means I got to do the Christmas special.
There you go. You got to wear your Santa hat, the whole 9 yards, which is awesome. I love it, man. Missy said, I loved Game Plan.
It must be a rock movie, because we were just talking about that.
Mary said, not going to happen. Chooch is the man besides the Gibsons. Boy, Mary don't like you, brother. You've really gotten on Mary's bad side.
I'm sure if she saw me wrestle someone aside from those people she just mentioned, she would totally be on my side. So I understand it's just because she has to be Team Chooch and Gibson.
There you go. Can you bring some to Shelby? Now, I don't know if she's talking about the ornaments or if she's talking about the merch that you were talking about. So either one.
Yeah, I'll bring everything to Shelby. I think she's referring to January 3rd, because Evolution will be there. So, of course, as always.
Robert wants to know if you've ever encountered the Insane Clown Posse.
Never. That's like the Juggalo stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never met any of them in person. I've met like a couple of fans, but I've never encountered that community.
Me too. Dale Blackwell says, what's up? What's going on, Dale? Welcome to
What's
hashtag.
up, brother?
Missy said, Gary does not have the hip swivel down.
Oh, well, you know what? We hit swiveled against each other at this last show, and they seem to be on my side. They seem to like me enchanting one's body a little bit more.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Robert said, take all the time you need, brother. I appreciate that, guys. I really do. I said when I brought this back that I was only going to do 30 minutes. I can't do 30 minutes, y'all. 30 minutes just ain't enough time to be with the wrestler. If I have to lay in this bed till tomorrow afternoon because I'm talking to a wrestler, I'll take the pain because I enjoy this, man. I really do. Robert said, like I said before, the heels is where it's at for me. So he likes when people are heels. Some people like heels. Some people like, baby faces. It's all good. That's the thing about professional wrestling, Robert, that I say, and Tommy might disagree with me. I don't know, but that's what's great about independent professional wrestling, because you get a little bit of everything. High flyers, the big guys, the ground and pound, the chain wrestler, you never know what you're going to get when you show up to a show, unless, of course, it's a company that puts out their whole card. Then you know who's coming, but you might not know the wrestler. There might be a wrestler there you've never seen, okay? And that's what makes it great. And even if you know the wrestler like Tommy Okami and he's your guy, you know where he's at. So go watch him, go support him, go buy merch. Do what you got to do to show the love. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you agree with that, but
Well, I mean, my answer is always, whatever they pay me to be is what I'm going to do without complaining. But if I were to choose, and it's funny, when I started, or right before I started, I always wanted to be like the bad guy. I always found them more captivating with the promos and the character work. But once I got started and got it into practice, I really enjoy being a superhero to the kids.
right.
Like Goldberg had said in that one promo when he first came back to WWE, that he didn't want to do it until he thought about the kids. And for me, that is surprising because I never considered myself ever having kids in the future or anything like that. But performing for them has really been a privilege for me. It's really rewarding.
There you go. Matthew wants to know, has there ever been a moment where you went superhero, super heel, like you just healed out?
It seems like a lot of people don't like me at Wasp right now, and a lot of people are Team Dante. So those two pop up in the mind.
And of course, there was the beatdown of Dante, which you can't be a good guy.
Evolution, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of superhero. I want to say superhero, super heel to me. Luke Childers said, "Hey, brother, me and you got to talk." I don't know which one he's talking to, but I imagine he'll hit us up after the show, whichever one he's. Oh, he said me. There you go. All right, sir. I will definitely talk with you. No doubt. I will. Mr. Hall's in the house. Hour is short time on that. Well, I can't do more than an hour, man. It's just the way everything goes, brother. 30 minutes is hard. An hour would just, more than an hour would be really bad. And I have, back in the day when I was healthy, I have done 2-3 hour marathons on here. That's just, it is, woo. I'm just popping in. Good work, bro. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Tommy Okami's the one that really needs to be, that needs the applause. Let's give him the applause. Let's see. I love this new thing that they got on here. Give him the applause, man, because like I said, I've been to some of your wrestling shows where you wrestle, and every time it just seems you get better and better. And I don't brag on people unless I truly believe this. And you're getting more and more into your character, and that's what I love, man. I love somebody who's got a gimmick, who loves the gimmick. You got the hearts all over the place. You come out, and even when you're playing the bad guy, you're telling the girls you still love me and stuff like that. So it is so fun to watch, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Thank you, man. You give me the platform, so the applause is just as much to you. I think. What was the last match you saw me in? Was it Josh Powers at HWA?
Yeah, I believe
that was a fun one. That Marion show was fantastic.
Yes. It was fantastic for more than one reason. The other one was I got to whip the crap out of the guy I just interviewed a couple of days ago, Jimmy 2 times. But anyway, here's a good question for Mary. Is there any wrestler at Wasp you would like to wrestle I'll add something to it, that you haven't wrestled?
Oh, man, I haven't wrestled most of those guys, period, because I'm lucky enough to do this because running back-to-back matches are great. I did 3 with Blade Gibson, 2 with Nikki Chooch, and 1 of Nate Blasini and BMW. So even though I've been there for 7-ish shows, I've only wrestled 4 people. So the next guy I think would be really fun, and it probably wouldn't happen because we're both on the same alignment right now, would be Big Rick.
Okay. I would love to see that stuff, man.
Yeah, I always love wrestling someone bigger than me because that's not something I get to do a lot.
And usually you're the bigger guy, or at least you're the same size. So it back and forth. Bigger guy, you got to be the one that cuts down the tree. Something totally different.
Or I'd also like to wrestle. I think Chance Gibson would be great because if he's just as good as his brother is, well, there it is, right there.
He is. Better be careful, man, because they might just double team you and did 2-on-1. I'm just saying, they are brothers.
I got a bunch of friends. I'll bring someone to back me up.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's a man who's thinking right there. Always got to have a backup. I love that. Damian Hall said you should ask him if he would E-Fed. Brother, let me tell you, Tommy Okami, nothing against EFED. I love the EFED world, but Tommy Okami, if he has a chance to do it, I think he can in the independent professional world. He doesn't need the EFED. I know he can promo. I know he can wrestle. So, EFED, for the most part, is for us who can't do it. I'm just going to, if you get mad at me for saying that, I apologize. But, EFED is a whole different world. He's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against EFED at all. But I'd rather watch a real wrestler, to be honest with you.
That's the 2K stuff, right?
No, EFED is where like a guy like me, I play a character. I can't wrestle at all. It's just me promoing against another guy. Basically, we tell a story through promoing, and then they have a show at the end of the week. The company that's running it, the EFED company, at the end of the week, they basically, tell everybody, what happened during the match. They either read it off or they just tell everybody, this person won because he, told a better story or what have you. So it's basically all about the promos in EFED. So that's well, I'll have to show you. I'll have to show you some of the stuff that I do, and then you'll understand it a lot better. But that's for another day and time, man. Without a doubt. Luke wants to know: is there any other wrestler that you wished you would have been able to wrestle?
Wished I could. So someone I can't. Any wrestler I wished I could. You know what? I was in I wrestled NAWA the first couple years I was there. And I heard Chris Thunder Anderson, he would have been a really good, especially when me as a good guy versus him as a big evil and nasty. I feel like that would have been really good. It just never, happened.
Right. Matthew's clapping. He's liking your answers and stuff, man. There it goes. I love it.
I try my best to provide.
Robert said, do you have a match coming up?
I was planning on making the trip to Tennessee this weekend to a promotion I had never been at before, but for whatever reason, probably the weather, the show had gotten canceled. So as far as now, I think my 2025 season is all wrapped up.
Okay. Mary said that would have been a good one with Chance. Larissa said we love Chance. Jesse said he's got your back, Tommy. There's a lot of people that's got Tommy's back, man. I mean, without a doubt.
I'm a good noodle. I try. My mom did a good job.
Hall said, oh, come on. He'll never face Vacant Veil otherwise. Vacant Veil is a homeless promo guy. He's not homeless for real, but he plays a homeless guy who promos. And he's
This is for the EFED stuff.
Yes, he's trying his hardest, man. I love him, but I would rather see you doing what you do, brother. I'm telling you, you're a lot better doing what you're doing. As someone who has been in indie wrestling, EFED is kind of helping me scratch my itch, but I had every intention of returning to the ring. Now, this guy right here, I was doing the 2K25 thing called GIW, and this guy, Matthew Collins, because of my health, I couldn't continue it, and then my PS5 glitched and I lost everything. So he's got a show called OCWA, and it's on right now on my other screen over here as we're doing it. So he's doing a twofer. He's calling his matches on the other show while asking questions on my show, and my wrestler, The Brain, is wrestling on his show. So that's pretty cool. But anyway.
Yeah, I'll sometimes see other wrestlers. It's usually not them. It's usually someone else who made them, and they do the universe mode. It's funny. Before I started wrestling, I was playing 2K all the time. Now that I am wrestling, I cannot play it. Like, it don't make no sense to me.
I lost where I was at over here, and I can't. There are so many people talking, dude. You got people talking like all day long, and I can't find where. Okay, the superhero, super heel. I'm getting close. I don't know. I don't know where. Okay. By chance, Brother Scott, if I may ask, can you make me a mod, please?
A moderator.
I don't know. We'll see about that. We'll talk because hashtag truth has always been me. So it's possible. We'll talk, dude, without a doubt. Unless he power bombs me as a manager because I am trained but retired. There you go. So he was a manager. Very good. By chance, brother, Scott, you thinking of starting a faction of your own? Nope. No factions. I'm coming back to hashtag truth. This is my baby right here, you guys. Okay, and let's get back to interviewing the wrestler because this is the star. This is the guy I really want to talk about, man. So Mary said, "Would you have liked to have wrestled Brady Hawks?" Good question.
I think that would have been really fun, especially seeing his retirement match. They went for about 25 to 30 minutes at least.
Now that was the tag team, right? That was the
Southern Express.
Southern Express, correct? Right. Man,
Yeah,
I would have loved to have been there for that. There you go. She got it working. Hi, Tommy.
Nice. Yeah, but I would have loved to wrestle them. There's a lot of guys who are even half their age, and I don't see them going longer than 15 minutes. So for them, that's impressive.
You good, Robert, man. I love you on hashtag. You ask a bunch of great questions, man. I love what you do. Don't think I'm getting on to you or I'm upset at you one bit. I'm not. I just don't want to go off on a tangent of something else that isn't about Tommy because that I asked Tommy here to be about Tommy. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So Tommy, where do you see yourself in 5 years, man? What do you see in the future for Tommy Okami?
Going as high as I can. Honestly, success for me. I don't want to say the easy answer and be signed because obviously that should be everyone's goal. Right. But if I can get to the point in 5 years where I'm just having to wrestle for like my income and I don't have to worry about anything else, to me that's success. I'm doing what I love and I don't have to worry about anything else. Because then I can focus 100% of myself onto bettering my craft.
I got you. Luke Childers said, I wasn't trying to get that answer, just trying to have a good question. Sorry. Luke, don't ever apologize for somebody bringing up the memory of your dad. We all miss Chris Thunder Anderson, brother. Don't ever apologize for that. And I'm very serious about that, man. We loved your dad. I miss him so much. So don't ever apologize if somebody brings him up and if you think you're going that way with the question. I understood your question. He understood your question. He's the one that brought your dad up, okay? So don't ever apologize for bringing up your dad, brother. We all love him and we all miss him, man. He was a great guy, and just to prove it, look at here. I'm going to do this for the rest of the show just to prove my love for him. He's going to be right up here in the corner. There you go, Mr. Chris Thunder Anderson. There you go. So don't ever apologize for loving your dad at all, man.
Yeah, he was nothing but nice to me. I think that's why I saw the name pop up, and I'm like, I never got a chance to work with him in the ring. So, I think it would have been a great time.
Mary wants to know, has wrestling always been your dream?
Absolutely, 1,000%. I just I hate to say I didn't regret it, but like I did my education first. But while I was in college, I was just itching to get started.
There you go.
But you got to get your foundation and all that stuff out of the way first, just in case.
Now we asked about the enchanting one and how you came up with your gimmick. Robert wants to know how you came up with the name Tommy Okami.
At first, when I was brainstorming, it was always going to be Tom Valentine, but I wanted to be a little bit more original. I didn't want to get, and I know it's hard to do now that wrestling's a certain age. Everyone's used basically every name, right? I'm pretty sure there's even a wrestler in Japan who's used Okami. But
there's another Valentine in the area too.
Yeah,
he doesn't use it as the love guy, but his last name is Valentine, so that would be kind of confusing to people also. Yeah. So
that's why I would have chosen it, because the character was always going to be the same.
Right.
Pretty much more or less. So Valentine was appropriate, but I didn't want to compare myself to Greg Valentine. I wanted a name that hadn't been used. I didn't want people to think, oh, he's trying to, reference that when I'm just trying to reference the holiday, I guess. So I came up with
He said Valentine's too casual. That's just it is.
Okami came up just because my middle name is Wolf, and so translated in Japan it'd be Okami, and it rhymes with Tommy. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I just accidentally found a cool name.
And Okami, I believe, is also a name of a great video game company.
It is. I never played it, but that's the one with the wolf on the Wii.
Yeah. There you go.
I've gotten to the point though where if you search Okami on Google, you'll still get the game and stuff. But it used to be if you search Tommy Okami, you would just get the game, and now I've superseded the game. So I'm proud about that.
There you go. Well, we have reached our hour, brother. Before we leave, I want to say one other thing, guys. Since I am, there you go. Missy said, I love Greg the Hammer Valentine. There you go. He was a big time superstar, man. And Matthew said it's on the Wii, PS2, and now Xbox. So there you go. The Okami name is getting out there. Oh, that's great. Before we go, I am the HWA fan club president, so I will have to tell everybody before we leave out of here, and they didn't ask me to do this. I'm just doing this for the love of wrestling. They are having a Christmas show tomorrow night. Doors open 6:30, bell time 7:30, $5 at the door. Children 10 and under get in free. So head on out to HWA out there at the Gilkey School Community Center for their Christmas show, man. And you will not be disappointed without a doubt. Tommy, it has been a pleasure having you on #Truth, brother. I would love to come back and do a part 2 because there's a lot more questions that I have. And it looks like you got a fan base who has a lot more questions too, man. And maybe we could talk a little bit more about what happened at the end of the Chance Ryder match and that feud and everything when you come back, brother. How's that?
I'd love to. Let's do it part 2 as soon as we can.
All right, sounds good, man. I'm going to let you say goodbye to your fans, and I'm going to let you tell them where they can find Tommy Okami on social media.
All right, I'll see y'all, everyone, all my enchanting gang, all my loves. You heard the man. We'll do a part 2 soon. I'll get back to all your questions as soon as I can. And the next time you can see me in person will either be EPW the first Friday of next year, or for sure it's written down in stone, Evolution in Shelby, which will be January 3rd.
There you go. And you definitely you don't want to miss either one of those shows, but the show I'm leaning toward is I want to see what's going on with the drip, y'all. You guys got to see what's going on with the drip. That's a big story all over the wrestling community right now is what's going on with the drip. And like he said, if you want to find out, you got to show up. And I'm pretty sure if you ask Tim, he'll tell you the same thing. The owner. At the fairgrounds. There you go.
There we go. Shelby Fairgrounds.
There you go. Shelby Fairgrounds, without a doubt. So I'm going to end it like this, like I always do, folks. Guys, Tommy Okami, the Enchanted One. If you haven't seen him yet, you got to check it out. Go check out his page on Facebook. Go check out anywhere else that he is on social media. Find out where he's wrestling. Go check him out. You will fall in love. Trust me, he's broken many hearts all over the world. And that is the #Truth. We'll see y'all